morning, guys, and welcome to today's vlog. Today is going to be Cove's 1 month update. She's officially 1 month old. I literally can't even believe it, letting Luma outside. I'm gonna go outside again. Why can I not open the door? Oh, so it's locked. Luma goes outside every 5 minutes. If you guys want an update on the doggy door situation, if you didn't see whatever vlog that was in, Parker went and bought a doggy door. It was too short because we have like extra tall ceilings, so our doors are extra tall too. And we actually decided that Luma is not ready for a doggy door. She's like too crazy. And we also have our wood chips in our backyard. She goes out and plays in the wood chips, and then every time before she comes back in, we have to like brush her off. Like Parker has this little brush that's like literally a mitt that you put on your hand. He like brushes her off. Or she goes in the grass after it has been like the sprinklers have been on, and so she has like wet muddy paws. And so I'm just not ready for her to have a doggy door to be able to go in and out as she pleases, because then there's like a mess all over the house. It's already messy with the wood chips, even though she gets brushed off every time. But anyways, we are about to make some lunch. I'm so excited because we just got our HelloFresh box. Luma, you already want to come back in? She literally goes out for 1 second. I just let you out, stinker. Hi! So today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Since having the baby, it has been extra important to me to have like meals and stuff.
Yes.
Ready to go. We have talked about HelloFresh a million times. Luma, guys, it has been 30 seconds since she came back inside after she was outside for only like 5 seconds. Anyways, HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service. So we get a HelloFresh box every month and it is the best. So we have our picture instructions, step-by-step right here, delivered right to our door. Everything is pre-measured, so we have everything right here, and all of the recipes take around 30 minutes, which is perfect because I actually have to feed the baby in 45 minutes. We are gonna get started with cooking today. I'm really excited. Their pastas are always so good, so this is what we're making. Luma's also just standing at the door like she wants to come in. So HelloFresh has more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, so you know you're always getting something delicious. And they also now have yummy extras like garlic bread and cookie dough. Guys, we were freaking pumped when we found out about this, so we were like, give us the cookie dough. So we have this. I'm so excited. We'll have to make it tonight. Okay, so we're gonna finish cooking this and then sit down and eat and give you guys a little update on the baby.
Not gonna lie, I think that this is like one of my favorite meals.
Should we keep the recipe card?
Yeah, this is really good. It's actually kind of spicy.
Yeah.
HelloFresh is now from $5.66 per serving.
Wow.
And is America's #1 meal kit. You guys can get started with 8 free meals. That's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. You go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AspynParker80. Once again, that's AspynParker80 if you want to get $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. So.
The link is in the description. Okay, guys, it's time to wake up little Covey from her nap. But first, shh. You think you're supposed to wake her up? First, I'm gonna show you guys my outfit. I just got this dress from Luke and Gray, but it's actually a romper, which I didn't know. So this is what it looks like. I think we actually have it in 2 colors, but it's so cute. But then it has shorts underneath, so it's like extra nice and comfy. So I'll have this link down below. When you wake up the baby, this is how she sleeps at night, swaddled. And then I put her in here for at least like 1 nap a day, but this is actually her 2nd nap in here. And she actually escaped this last night. Not once, but twice. I'll give you guys an update about her and everything right now. Usually she's like waking up once a night. Last time was twice, but she literally had like both arms out both times, and I don't know how. Good morning, Papa. Hi, princess. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. I'm gonna grab my little basket that we keep underneath here. I think I've shown this in a couple of vlogs, but this is where we keep like the changing mat, burp cloth, diapers, so I can just grab all this stuff, have easy access to it, so it's all like together for all her diaper changes and everything. Okay guys, so an official 1 month update on Cove. I want to talk about 1 month postpartum, breastfeeding, baby, sleeping, kind of just like an official update. I am planning on doing a full postpartum video, but I've just been wanting to wait until I have my postpartum appointment, which is at 6 weeks, which I think is like, I think it's at the end of next week. I will film that video after that. I guess we'll start off with like breastfeeding. She does pretty well. I feel like the past like few days she's getting a little bit distracted, so she'll eat for like 2 minutes and then want to like just pull off and like look around and like not be very efficient, but that's okay. I think we've mentioned in a few vlogs now that we did a breastfeeding class with lactation link, so I'll have their website linked down below, but basically that's where I learned like all my info. I feel like if I hadn't gone to that, then breastfeeding would have been a lot harder because I literally just like wouldn't have known anything, because it's not really as simple as just like put your baby on your boob. Because of that class, we've had a pretty good experience. Honestly, it was only like really hard and not like really painful, because if you do it like the right way, it's not supposed to actually be like super painful. But after like a week or two, I feel like my nips were kind of like adjusted, and now it's like not really too bad. And I'll kind of talk more about breastfeeding when I talk about like her schedule, which I guess I can talk about right now. So I know a lot of people are like weird about putting their babies on schedules for some reason, but for us it has been really awesome. Probably been about 2 weeks now, maybe a little less than 2 weeks, since I have kind of like put her on a schedule. And we did the Taking Care of Babies Newborn Sleep class. We just bought like, I don't know if they do them in person, but we just did like an online one, so I will also link that down below. But I wanted to like sleep train her early because it's important to me that she sleeps through the night, and as long as she is like healthy and her doctor agrees with like everything that we're doing, then I don't see a problem with it. I know some people also are really against sleep training their babies, but it has worked for us so far, and she's still like tiny, so we aren't like following any super strict, like even our schedule is kind of just like loose. But basically the Taking Care of Babies schedule that they suggested is to wake your baby up at 7 a.m. That's when you start your day. You feed your baby, and then they do like an eat, awake, sleep schedule. So you feed your baby, and then they have like a little bit of awake time, playtime, and then they go down for a nap. I've tried to have Co follow that like as closely as possible. So basically you feed your baby at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and then 7 p.m., and then 10 p.m. again. So I started doing that about 2 weeks ago, and I always write down on the baby tracker app. I'll show you guys that in a minute when I actually like have 2 hands free, but I always write down like all her diaper changes and the times that she eats. And we also try to keep track of her naps and her sleep in here, but sometimes we forget. So when I show you guys that, the naps and stuff will be like a little bit off. But I was looking back at the app kind of like from the days before I started following the schedule. She was kind of like already on a similar schedule anyways, but I was just feeding her like a little bit more because it was when she was like smaller, and she also wasn't really eating for as long. So I would feed her at like 4:15 p.m. for like 10 minutes, and then again at like 4:50 p.m. for like another 10 or 15 minutes. So now instead of doing that, she's kind of, as she's gotten bigger, gotten in the habit of like, she just eats at 4 p.m. for usually around like 30 minutes. So she kind of like adapted to the schedule really easily, and I didn't have to like do anything drastic, like not feed her for like a certain amount of time or something to like help her get on it. Like she kind of was already on something similar, and then just like slowly each day, if she ate at like 3:45 the one day, then like the next day I would try to have her eat at 4, because that's like the time that I want her to eat, you know. So she adapted really well. And then for nighttime, I think the kind of like golden rule is that for every like week old they are, that's how long that they like can go at night without eating. So right now she's only 4 weeks old, and so she only goes like 4 hours usually at the most without eating anything at night. And then when she's like 5 weeks, 5 hours, 6 weeks, 6 hours. And her doctor did say that her weight gain is great. She's getting so chubby. We don't need to wake her up to eat at night every 3 hours. She will like wake us up, and so we have permission from her doctor to do that. So for the past, I think probably 5 nights maybe, she's only been waking up once. Usually it's kind of different every night, but I'll feed her at 10, and then she'll wake up at like 2 or 3 or 4, and then she'll sleep until 7. So she's usually going about 4 hours at night without eating, and again her doctor said that was fine, so I'm like not worried about it. And I can tell she is just getting real chub. So last night she did wake up twice, so I'm not like super strict on the schedule where like she's like only has to like wake up one time or like has to eat at this exact time, but she woke up twice, so I like fed her twice and it was fine. I really think it's because she got her arms out of the swaddle. But anyways, I posted about the schedule on Instagram. I like answered a question that someone had DM'd me, and that schedule is also in the BabyWise book, which I haven't read, but a lot of people responded and were like, oh, this is like what I do. It's from BabyWise and it like works awesome. But anyway, so that's kind of like the schedule that we keep her on. But again, I'm not like super strict on it because you just like can't make a baby do anything. Are you all done for a minute? But I don't worry about following the schedule exactly. I try to follow it as closely as I can, and I try to keep her awake time at around like 60 to 90 minutes is what our sleep class taught us. So if she wakes up for the day at 7 a.m., then I try to have her down for a nap at like 8:30. So usually she will like fall asleep on her own by then, or if she doesn't, then I'll like lay her down in her bassinet. And something that the sleep class teaches that's important is for the babies to be able to put themselves to sleep, so they're not used to like being nursed to sleep or like only being rocked to sleep, so that you can like put them down somewhere like in their bed or their bassinet and they'll fall asleep on their own. So usually she will do that, and then I'll give her like 10 minutes to like see if she falls asleep, and then if she doesn't, then like she doesn't want to take a nap then, and that's fine. Or sometimes after she eats, she like does fall asleep while she's eating and she doesn't want to be awake, and so she just takes like an extra long nap, and that's fine too. And she also never, even if she does do that where she takes like a little bit of a longer nap, she never like wakes up before her next feeding time. That was a question that I saw some people asking, since I said I don't feed her until like 1 and 4 and 7 and like all those times. So people were like, oh, well, what do you do if she like wakes up early and it's hungry? But she honestly just like doesn't wake up before her time to eat. She like maybe has before, but honestly I can't really like think of a time that she's done that. Like I feel like every single time I'm waking her up to eat. So anyways, that is the schedule we've been following, and I love it. I think it's just literally really great because I know like when she's gonna be sleeping. Obviously it's not like exact every single time, but for the most part she follows it like pretty on right now. So I know to kind of plan that when she's napping I can like get certain stuff done, or I can like work and do whatever I need to do. So it definitely is helpful for us to have a schedule. I feel like that's pretty much it for the update. I've also been looking at myself in the viewfinder the whole time because the camera's like sitting right in front of my face, and it just feels like so awkward for some reason, so sorry about that. But I also do want to do a Q&A that's answering your guys' questions on like birth and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to probably post about that on Instagram. Oh, you got the cookies? Parker could not resist the cookies. I don't have a free hand. Will you feed me one? Delicious. Hi, Bubba.
Look, she's already a natural.
What is that?
She's staring right at the camera.
You haven't seen this camera that much, huh? Did Dad give you crazy hair after your bath?
Looks good.
You're the sweetest baby. Oh my goodness. So pretty. Oh my goodness. Is that bow so big? Okay guys, so here's the app that I use. This would definitely be better if I like did a screen recording, but I'll just show you guys really quick. So it's called, bless you. So it's called Baby Tracker. So you can keep track of when they eat, when they get changed, her naps. So again, this is like, we try to keep this be accurate, but I forgot to put in her nap earlier, so it says she hasn't slept for almost 4 hours, which is not true. And then sometimes I put in when I pump, but I usually forget, and then I put in tummy time, but I don't do it every time. That's why it says days ago. So those bottom ones are not accurate, and that one is also not accurate. But anyways, so you basically can like click on here, put in like how you fed them, put in their diaper, and then if you click this button, it will kind of give you like a summary of the day. So I was actually looking at her food to kind of like compare when I had her on the schedule versus when I don't have her on the schedule. So this is what it looks like. But I was wanting to make sure that she still was like eating enough, even though I have her on a schedule and I'm feeding her every 3 hours, which they say you should feed them every 3 hours, but I wanted to make sure that it was like enough. And I used to feed her before I started the schedule, and when she was like 2 weeks old and like 1 week old and like brand new, I was feeding her like 10 to 12 times a day, so quite a lot. And then now that I've kind of adapted it to the schedule, it's like 7 times a day usually, like sometimes 8 if she wants to like eat again, then I will let her. But the time that I'm actually spending nursing her is pretty much the same. It's anywhere from like 2.5 to 3 hours. So even though I'm feeding her less times, she's still eating for the same amount of time. She's just eating more like full meals instead of like little snacks and stuff. So that works best for us, and I'm a lot happier that way because even though I actually love to nurse her and would do it 1,000 times a day, 12 times is just a lot. So 6 times or 7 times or 8 times works better for us than like 12.
All right guys, so it is now the end of the vlog. If you guys stick around in most of the vlogs, you might see that I end the vlogs sitting here in the office quite often. I thought it would be fun, since not everyone watches till the end of the vlog, to do like a super secret comment or question of the day. So I'm gonna start doing that. It's gonna be hashtag Parker's Super Secret Show. So if you guys want me to answer your question or read your comment in the next vlog, comment down below with your question and do hashtag Parker's Super Secret Show. That's it for the vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in our next vlog. Bye guys.